All right, so we're talking about your mindset and your thoughts, and how your thoughts have to be aligned with your new intention and the expansive space you're trying to take your body, which means to a space it has never been before. So if we're trying to lose weight, if we're trying to build muscle, if we're trying to get into a shape that we're not currently in, that means we're trying to expand our awareness, expand our body, not expand in size, but expand in, consciousness, expand in, take it to the next level. Right? We're trying to up level our entire being, which means first and foremost, we have to remind ourselves of our why. We have to sit and reflect and tune into, why am I doing this? Why did I hire a trainer? Why did I commit to going into the gym multiple days a week? Why did I commit to changing my lifestyle, changing my habits? What is the driving force behind why I made the bold choice that I did in committing to this process together? Once we have our why, then we really need to tune in and start to become extremely self-aware, extremely mindful all throughout the entirety of the day, to start to witness and observe what the hell's going on inside my mind. What kind of thoughts am I thinking? What kind of conversation am I having with myself? What is the inner dialogue? What does the inner dialogue look like, and what does the inner dialogue sound like, is step one to this process, right? So I have my why. I'm going to kind of hold on to that. Now I'm going to look at myself throughout the entirety of the day. Now, when I'm looking at myself, I might be surprised by what I find. I might recognize that my self-talk is pretty damn negative, or I am pretty hard on myself, or there are a lot of voices that are seemingly mine, but really don't feel like anything I would actually say to anyone I love. So I'm a little bit shocked that I've been saying them to myself. You might be surprised by what you uncover. This is the part of the process where you have extreme, unbearable compassion for yourself and for what you're witnessing and uncovering. 99% of what you're hearing in your head is probably not even yours when it comes to the negativity. It's stuff that was created and adopted and heard and learned as you were growing into who you are today. So we're not going to necessarily judge what we find and uncover. We're just going to look at it. We're going to see it. We're going to start to witness and be the extreme observer of our mind throughout the entirety of the day. When I wake up, when I'm tired, when I'm at work, when I'm in conversations with people, when I'm talking to my partner, when I'm at the market, whatever's going on, I'm going to start to really, really watch and pay attention. Now that I've watched and seen that a majority of my thoughts have got to go, and have got to be changed into thoughts that are in alignment with my why. So now we bring our why back into the equation. If I've got this why that I want to get into a healthy, optimal body, and I've got negative self-talk telling me I can't, I never will, you suck, you're fat, you're this, you're that, can you see how I'm going to continue to come up short? I'm going to continue to hit speed bumps. I'm going to continue to live in my old story, which means I'm going to continue to live in the old habits that are attached to the story. So in order to change the habits, we've got to change the story, which brings us all the way back to our thoughts, right? So now I can see that my thoughts are not in alignment with where I'm trying to take myself, and the new habits I'm trying to build require a new story. We cannot be telling ourselves the old story and expect to behave differently. That's misaligned. Yeah? And you're going to continue to pull yourself back into the old patterns in order to make your story true. Because if you have a story that you'll never make it, or you won't get into this body that you're desiring, you best believe if that's the story that's going on, you might make some progress a little bit. But if the story is you'll never get there, you never do, then you will, at some point or the other, manipulate yourself, self-sabotage, and pull yourself back to a space where you don't continue to make the progress, so that then, your story's still true. See, I told you, I never make it. And see how this works? It's crazy. crazy, right? How much we will manipulate ourselves to stay safe in our old story and not even realize we're doing it, right? So we need to change the story, which means we need to change the thoughts. We need to get a handle on what's going on in our mind. Now, the fact that I can watch my thoughts and witness my thoughts and see what's going on in my mind must mean that I am not my thoughts. My thoughts are not me. I'm the one looking at them. I am not them, which means I do not have to follow whatever's in my head. If I can see what's in my head, I'm in control of what's in my head. This is just a new process for some of us, so it's a little bit unnerving. It's a little bit scary. Your mind is probably coming up with a million reasons. You shouldn't do this, you can't do this, and this won't work, because your mind doesn't want to get rid of itself. It doesn't want this story to go away, because then your mind's going to have to change. And your mind is super scared of change. But you're not. You want change. That's why you hired me. That's why we're on this journey together, right? You want change. So I'm here to remind you that you are capable of change. You 100% can do this. The body you're wanting to get into, the health you're wanting to experience, the lifestyle you are desiring is absolutely 100% possible. You are capable of achieving it. You just have to get out of your own way. And what that means is, now we know, we get out of our head, right? We recognize what the story was. We see that now it's time to make a new story, so that then we can align to the why of why we want to make this radical change. What's my why? Let me then look at my thoughts to make sure that my thoughts are beginning to align to my why. Then I'm going to have the space to behave differently, and I won't really have to think so much about the behavior, because if my story has changed, the behavior must align to it in order to make that story true, right? So we got to get the new story in our experience, in our existence, in our minds, so that then we'll start to make that one true. Okay, so I would love for you to, over the next few days, do some self-reflection, do some inner work, sit quietly, maybe do a little meditation, some journaling, and really get to the bottom of what your why is. Find that first. Then from there, the days following that, you're going to be extremely present, extremely mindful, just kind of watching your mind like a movie, and get some popcorn, because it's going to be pretty interesting, right? You're watching with compassion, you're watching with love. And it's a great idea too with that to journal about what you're finding, what you're seeing. Put it out on paper so you can see how crazy some of these stories are and some of these thoughts are. When you put them on paper and see them, it's like, oh my God, that's not even me. And I see where I got that from, and oh, that's so silly. And all of a sudden it becomes much more manageable, and you can almost dissolve it right before your eyes, right? So you're going to put all that on paper. Then you're going to start to maybe write a new story. You're going to start to give yourself these new thoughts that are aligned to your why, not aligned to your old story and old belief systems. You're going to think those thoughts as many times as you can in the day. Repetition, repetition, repetition. You're going to pound those new thoughts into your experience, into your mind. Make those the driving force. Make your new story the driving force behind your behavior, so that then your behaviors will change. You will change. You have to change in order to make your new story true. Awesome. This is going to be so much fun. As you know, I am always here for all the support in the world that you need with any part of this journey. If you'd like to share with me what's coming up for you, if you need help uncovering, if you feel blocked or stuck, we can absolutely dive in together, and I can help. We can navigate this together. You're not alone. Okay? This is going to be amazing. You're amazing. Each one of you is incredible. You're powerful. You are capable of magnificent things. And I'm so excited to see what you do. All right. I'll talk to you soon.